All right, Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and salutations to Yakim out there, sincerely doing the work of the hopeful elect. All right, my name is Amon Gabar. Y'all brothers, introduce yourselves.
This is Yashamar.
Yakal. Bardania. Yawasap. Makala.
Right, and this is the GMS Guyana, man. GMS Guyana 144K, right? You know, so we over here, you know, building with the brothers in GT, man. You know, in Guyana, you know, so we just gonna go with the spirit. You know, we building, and basically we're gonna touch on, you know, milk scriptures, you know, and certain stumbling blocks and so on and so forth. So whoever got Isaiah 28:10.
This is Isaiah 28, verse 9. Whom shall he teach knowledge? And whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. Verse 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little.
Right, so the scriptures tell you that who shall he make to understand knowledge and wisdom? Those that are drawn from the breast and weaned from the milk. You know, which is the fundamentals of this truth. All right, because we all came to this truth by the understanding of the milk, which the milk could consist of first of all that you're Israelite. All right, the 12 tribes of Israel, the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, that's milk. One thing about milk is what give a suckling child their strong bones when they develop it. All right, when you want to develop yourself, you gotta drink milk. All right, so that's why the scriptures is referred to as milk and honey. Yeah.
Going on. For with stammering lips.
Read that precept upon precept again.
Yeah, this verse 10, Isaiah 28, verse 10. For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little and there a little.
Right, so that's how you understand these scriptures. You got to go precept upon precept, which precept means law. So this is the book of the law. All right, so you got to jump from here to there to connect this, to connect that. And that's how the Spirit works it out. That's how you understand these scriptures. All right, and that's the fundamentals of these scriptures, man. You can't read the Bible like a storybook. It's not a storybook. It's none of that. All right, this is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Most High. Okay. All right, so to understand this, you got to go back to the roots and the fundamentals of the milk. All right, the milk, the nutrients, the nourishment, man. Just like a baby, when a baby comes up, a baby's growing up, the baby got to have milk. You can't feed a baby strong meat. All right, go ahead.
For with stammering lips and another tongue will he speak to this people. To whom he said, this is the rest wherewith he may cause the weary to rest.
Right, and what's the rest? The understanding of these scriptures. Like you see here, brothers, you know, for the past 4 years, brothers been teaching out here in Guyana. All right, not just Guyana, other parts of the Caribbean, other parts of the world. You know, these brothers, along with you brothers that are watching, you know, myself, you know, we've come into rest, because at the end of the day, this is our rest. This is our rest. You know, at the end of the day, we work a 9 to 5. We got to go on the plantation, the cotton field, the cane field, and all that shit. What gives us rest is to know that Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to bring this wicked kingdom to an end. All right, right along here in Guyana, man. You know, because brothers, you know, seeing the videos I put up, you know, about being here in GT and all that. But listen, man, this is Babylon too. America's Babylon, but Guyana, you know, same wicked shit, man. You know, same wicked shit, man. Same law and order got to be established throughout the 4 corners of the earth, man. All right, and a lot of people, there's a lot of 2/3 out here, man. You know, there's a lot of 2/3 out here, man. You know, and hey, we could go on for days, brother. And if y'all brothers want to say anything through the Spirit, say something, man. You know? Yeah, brother.
Except Yahweh.
Yeah, read what you're reading from.
Psalms 27, verse 1. Except Yahweh builds a house, they labor in vain that build it.
When y'all supposed to break it down?
Yeah, because except Yahweh build this house, meaning this house consists of wisdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So except this house is not running, if this house is not running on the wisdom of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, go on.
Except Yahweh keeps the city, the watchman waketh in vain. Watcheth in vain.
Exactly, they watch in vain. Because if we're not going through these precepts, you know, according to this truth, according to this wisdom, we'll be going off. this like such as the other camps that they are already going up, they don't have the spirit clearly.
So it is vain for you to rise up early and to sit up late and to eat the bread of sorrow.
Because it's vain for you to wake up early, because it's a reason for some of us in these latter times coming into this truth. Because if you were of certain men that coming into this having this wisdom, meaning from even in the appointed time way before, it wouldn't sit well with us. I mean, what be going on? Have some brothers they be alone. Have some brothers, you know, they like certain the meat, like for instance in this wisdom, at certain times it's not sitting with them. You know, like going into precepts that strong doctrine, they mightn't get it. So it's a certain times it's like a two going through the seed, a two going through the seed. At certain times you get precepts and understanding that come your way.
You got that? Yeah. Oh no, alright, you got it. You got it.
Give me 5.
13.
5. I got it. 12.
Yeah, start at 12.
Hebrews chapter 5 and verse 12. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you.
Yup, hey. At the end of the day, you gotta be taught in this truth, man. Ain't nobody woke up from a nice 8-hour sleep and just learned that there was an Israelite overnight. You know, they just had the understanding of these scriptures. You know, just started going on YouTube and recording videos, breaking down the Bible. It didn't happen that way, man. We had to be taught. The Spirit had to lead us to a teacher. All right, and for most of us, you know, if not all of us, you know, we learned directly under the apostles, you know, and the elders. And then some brothers, you know, who came in under apostles and elders got fruits under them. Brothers, you know, who might have watched their videos. But either way, we had to get taught this truth. All right, till this very day we getting taught this truth, man. You got it?
Ye have need that one teach you, again, which be the first principle of the oracle of Yahweh.
Right, with the first principle of the oracle of the Most High. All right, the first principle of the word of the Most High. So it's of the word of Yahweh Shemiel Shai that we must be taught, man. Israel got to be taught this truth, man. First of all, Israel is a stiff-necked and rebellious people. You know, they don't want to hear nothing. You know, they don't even want to hear the words of the Most High Himself. You know, because if the Heavenly Father was to speak to Israel, they'll still rebel. You know, that's why 2/3 got to be done away with, man. But for the brothers that are coming into this truth, being born again, we got to be taught, man. You know, we got to be taught, because if you try, the scriptures tell you that the heart is deceitful above all things, man. You know, and the mind is desperately wicked. So you can't go based off of your own understanding. All right, if you have a problem or issue with something, you know, understanding something, you gotta go and ask your teacher and let him break it down. Don't let that become a stumbling block unto you. Yeah.
And there becomes such as have need of milk.
Yeah, and that becomes such that need of milk. Going back to the babes. Babies need milk. You know, babies need milk. Milk is rich in nutrients, calcium, iron, will strengthen your bones. And remember, don't not Ezekiel 37th chapter talk about the valley of dry bones? Right? Right. The valley of dry bones. Now, when you strengthen them bones, in order to strengthen them bones, you got to have that milk. You know, you can't jump from the milk straight to the meat. You know? That comes in due time and season, as the scripture's going to say.
God. And not of strong meat. For everyone that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness.
Now, what that means is that somebody that uses milk, basically they're not on the level to be breaking down all types of meat scriptures. You know, they're on the level of a babe or a suckling. They got, you know, keeping it simple. You know, which is a guy that's been in the truth for a few months, you know, a few years. You know, and as you grow in this truth, you start to become more, you know, tolerable to eating that meat. Yeah?
For he is a babe, or 40, but strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age.
Right, so strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age. Starting with the apostles of Great Millstone, all right, the elders, all right, and the brothers that been in, you know, for, you know, a decade and so on and so forth. You know, that's a strong meat. You know, and brothers that are now getting to that level, you know, we now getting to the level where we eating that meat. We digesting that meat, man. You know, because meat is tough. You know, you ever try eating meat, it's tough. You know, it's tough on the teeth. You know, you can't give a baby, you know, that's now nursing, you can't give a baby meat, man. Exactly. You know, they're going to choke and die.
For my next one, brother.
Okay, yeah, absolutely, brother.
Yeah, the meat, you know, the stomach is not built at that point in time for the babe to eat, break down the meat. So therefore, when the body develops from the milk, that's when the body is able to break down the stronger iron and so forth in the blood in the meat for it to make the body grow stronger. You know? So put it on the
That's right, that's right.
He said even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil.
Right, and that come with time. All right, that come with age, that come with experience. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's in Ephesians, the 5th chapter. Check it real quick. Do Ephesians 5 shit real quick. But yeah, that come with time. That come with experience, man. You got it? Yeah.
This verse Peter 2 and 2. As newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word,
break it down, brother.
that ye may grow thereby. First Peter 2 and verse 2. As newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby.
Exactly, because you may grow here thereby, because this gospel that coming is only like the scriptures when it says, my sheep hear my voice and I know them. Right? The babes will get this, the ones that are sincere in this world will get this and understand this wisdom. Will get it and understand this wisdom. So go on.
To whom coming as unto the living stone.
So exactly, of whom coming onto the living stone. Because this is the living stone, these scriptures, is wisdom. Right? Go on.
Disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of Yahweh.
Exactly,
and precious.
Chosen of Yahweh. Because with this wisdom you gotta be invited. You don't just find this wisdom. Right? That's why you have to go through the time for your senses to be exercised in this wisdom. Right? You understand the scripture. You just don't force it. No.
This is John chapter 6 verse 4 and 4. No man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day.
Read it loud, brother. You got a lot of noise out there.
This is St. John chapter 6 verse 4. No man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him, and I will raise him up at the last day.
Done. So this is even going back to you have to be invited. You have to be invited, because no man don't just stumble upon this truth. You understand? By Yahweh Hashem Yahshai predestination.
That's right.
That is 1 Corinthians chapter 3, reading from verse 1. I, brethren, could not speak unto you as unto spiritual, but unto carnal, even as unto babes in a Mashiach.
Yep. And you know why Paul said that, right? Because remember, Paul was teaching to the Israelite foreigners, to the so-called Gentiles who were strangers to their identity. So Paul had to basically, he had to be seasoned with how he said how he brought the word out, man. He had to be seasoned with it. He couldn't just come with some heavy meat, some deep, he had to break it down, plain and simple for the milk, for the babes to understand. Just like today, you ain't gonna get nowhere trying to be deep above your measures. If you're sincere about waking up the elect, teaching the truth, you gotta come with the milk. Because at the end of the day, all these brothers, including myself, learned about this truth because of the milk. Alright, because of the milk, the basic understanding of the scriptures. Yeah?
I have fed you with milk and not with meat, for hitherto you were not able to bear it.
Yeah, you got, because you got some guys that cannot bear the meat. It's just not gonna happen. Meat is for the, like we read in Hebrews the 5th chapter, it's for the aged, man. Alright, the ones who have the understanding. You got Romans 5? Just read that real quick and then go back to that. Romans 5 before.
It is on Romans.
No, read up around 1. So just read on down.
Romans chapter 5 verse 1. Therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with Elohim through our power, Yahushua Mashiach, by whom also we have access by faith into his grace, wherein we stand and rejoice in hope of glory of Yahweh. Verse 3. And not only so, but we glory in tribulations also.
Right.
Knowing that tribulation worketh patience,
Yep.
and patience experience, and experience hope.
Right, and tribulation worketh patience. Tribulation means going through trouble. It works patience. Now, when you go through trouble in this truth, you learn to have patience, man. You know, you learn to suffer and wait and long for Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And along that journey of waiting, you know, and enduring the hardship of this truth, you know, what's going to come with that is experience, man. You know, the scriptures tell you when you read the Apocrypha, the Sirach, it tells you about, you know, being experienced in this truth. You know, an aged, experienced men. You know, experience is the best teacher. All right, so in this case, in this truth, to be a good teacher, you got to be experienced, man. The spirit got to be exercised within you. You know, because we've seen a lot of overnighters come and go. You know, hop in this truth and then trying to reach above and beyond the apostles and the elders, talking about they ain't learned from nobody, so on and so forth. You know, that's in the wrong spirit, man. We got to come in humility. You know, we got to come with all meekness. Yeah? I believe that was it. You can go back to Corinthians.
I'm going to read verse 2 again, right? I have fed you with milk and not with meat, for hitherto you were not able to bear it.
Yeah.
Neither yet now are ye able.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is Sirach chapter 39, verse 24. And his ways are plain unto the holy, so are they stumbling block unto the wicked.
Yeah, that's a cold cut. And I was just looking for a scripture. It wasn't that one, but that's a bad one on stumbling blocks, man. You know, as his ways is clear to the holy, you know, on the flip side, it's a stumbling block to the wicked, man. Now, all these guys who can't get this truth, who can't come to understanding, you know, the fundamental understandings of the scriptures, you know, they don't have that wisdom. You know, it's a stumbling block unto them, man. You know? Yeah, good spirit. Go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 6, verse 18. My son got an instruction from thy youth up. So shalt thou find wisdom till thine old age.
Break it down.
Because gathering this instruction from the youth up, meaning, well, with this wisdom, it's not according to age. Because God, a lot of us brothers, we carrying age more than us. Yeah, we older in age than some brothers, right? But yet still, the wisdom does apply according to how you take this meat, going in the certain levels, because remember there's certain level to this thing, right?
Yep.
Going on, verse 19. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth, and wait for her good fruits, right? Because it's just like a tree gotta bring forth the fruits in the season, right? Right? For thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her, but thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon. Right? Verse 20. She is very unpleasant to the unlearned. Exactly, because you see here you can't force this wisdom. Right? It comes during time, and that who said that talk about in this amazing time. Right? Right? He that is without understanding will not remain with her. Exactly. Because you can, if you don't like go through the ropes as you're supposed to, right? You will cast her off. Well, you only, it's like the saying, you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. Right? Going on 21. She will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial, and he will cast her from him ere it be long. Exactly. Because he will cast off this wisdom because he didn't take the time to go through it as a babe. Just jumping onto some solid and heavy stuff. You need to go through this, you know, in process of time.
This is Sirach chapter 22.
That whole chapter is bad, by the way.
Yeah.
The whole chapter, yeah, brother.
Sirach 22 and verse 6. A tale out of season is as music in mourning, but stripes and correction of wisdom are never out of time.
Exactly. This thing going back is a time. It's a time. Got some brothers coming to this truth and they're young in it, but they just want to like surpass the level, like going over certain elders, men that they want to teach. It's not so. You have to be humble in this. You have to be humble, you know.
Read that again, brother. I got a piece of it.
Sirach 22 and 6. A tale out of season is as music in mourning.
Yep.
So, you know, somebody bringing some happy music and you know, fine, but stripes and correction But stripes and correction of wisdom is never out of time.
Yeah. Stripes and correction of wisdom is never out of time. So it's never, in other words, never a wrong time to correct the brother. You know what I'm saying? There's a time and place for everything. You know, we understand there's a time and place for everything. But when it comes to correcting a brother, you got to correct that brother on the spot. You know what I'm saying? You know, if brothers around, like, hey, brother, let me talk to you for a second. Now, the scriptures say, you know, you bring the brother to, you know, private, speak to him, correct him, because a precept right here. This is Proverbs 27, verse 5. It says, open rebuke is better than secret love. And that's playing it to the point. Open rebuke is better than secret love. So, you know, it's for you to open rebuke a brother when he's going off, point blank period, is much better than secret love. And that's not going off in the scriptures. And that's one thing we all got to learn, you know, to stop winking at, you know, foolishness, stop winking the eye at, you know, some shit that might be a brother might be going off just because you might be cool with the brother. You know, you don't want to offend him. But the scriptures tell you that woe is him that is offended in me, man. So if a man is offended because you corrected him by the word of Yahweh Shemi Shah, then guess what? He's offended at Yahweh Shemi Shah. He's not offended at you. You know, and you ain't in the wrong for correcting him. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You know? Good.
It is Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17.
Read out.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy brother and not suffer sin upon him.
There you go. Look at that.
So in any wise, in all ways possible, you should rebuke your brother and correct him and tell him, show him the law, statutes, and commandments. Let him know if he's going off. Correct him according to the scriptures.
I got a precept. This is James chapter 2, verse 8. If ye fulfill the royal law according to the scriptures, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself, ye do well. Verse 9. But if ye have respect to persons, ye commit sin and are convinced of the law as transgressors. Right?
That's like going into justifying wickedness. So if you see your brothers and I guess this one time he did this, one time he did this piece of pork, ain't no big deal, but it's going off. You shouldn't let your brother in any wise go off, because they could eventually turn to worse. For example, if you read the story with Cain and Abel, Yahweh spoke to Cain and tell him that, you know, if you do your best, you're gonna please me. But if you let this thought in your mind fester, your thought will become words and your words will become deeds, and this is exactly what happened with Cain. Yep. Right?
Yeah, it's like the scriptures say, let not the sun go down in your wrath. You know, let not the sun go down in your wrath. So if you have a quarrel with a brother, you know, you better squash it right there and then, because you walk away from your brother, you know, you go home, he go his way, you go your way, guess what's gonna happen? Satan is gonna be dancing in your head, man. Yep. Spiritual demon Satan gonna be telling you all types of shit. You know, have you thinking shit that's not even there. That's not even possible, man. Yeah. And then when you see him the next day, all that negative thoughts already festered up, man. Yep. You know, so you gotta squash, you gotta nip it right in the bud, you know, right there and then. You know? Again.
Verse 10. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all.
Right, so Leviticus is a law that you should rebuke your brother in any way. So offending the whole law if we don't do this. So we try to keep as much law as the best of our ability, and there's an easy one, because you can always rebuke your brother. You should slack in rebuking the brother, right?
There's Proverbs chapter 17 and verse 15. He that justified the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to Yahweh.
So if we justify anybody doing wickedness, and if we condemn our own brother when he was right on point, we're an abomination. So we got to keep ourselves in check with the word of Yahweh Shemi Shah. And there's what 2/3 obviously in doing this. What you know, the other Israelites are teaching people false doctrine doing as well. They're justifying wickedness, by calling them false names, like teaching that the marketplace is other things other than the RFID chip. That's abomination. Going off on the Sabbath is a big one as well. That's a big Sabbath is 10 pounds.
Like how you at CTG the full moon is the new moon.
Yeah. Full moon is the Sabbath.
It's the Sabbath.
Yeah, them guys are gone, man. We ain't even talking about the fucking guys. But there's more? Yeah, I know you told us something, bro.
Woe to the rebellious children.
Read it.
Isaiah 30, verse 1 to 3. Woe to the rebellious children, say Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me.
Alright, so they're taking counsel of man, of the own, what the smoke weed and all these nonsense and all sorts of things they're taking counsel of. I used to talk to a guy that used to channel spirits, and he used to get counsel from that shit. So crazy this world Babylon is getting. Go ahead.
And that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit.
Yeah, so like in this land, Guyana, right? The brothers is going to bush and they're going to take out a boy. The boy is going to be a woman to get protection and covering so that they won't lose money, they won't lose the girl and stuff like that. Police will see them covering
that they may add sin to sin.
Alright, and then they're still trying to pray to the Most High, saying that they're okay, but they just adding sin to sin, they're being abomination, but just finding wicked and condemning just.
That walk to go down into Egypt and have not acts of my mouth.
And this spiritual Egypt today, Israel's going down to so-called white race. We saw the devil for everything.
And even this what's called the Christianity, that the doctrine that we learn from our oppressors. This even going down to Egypt because it's basically bondage.
To strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt.
Yeah, which is money is power, you know, pimps up, goes down and all the nonsense. This is power that they trust in.
Yeah.
Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shield.
So in the day of destruction, there can be a shield because the Most High already cast off 2/3. The Most High already said in Isaiah that he blinded 2/3 of Israel.
And they trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion.
You trusted in confusion, which is Babylon.
Read verse 30, verse 3 again.
Verse 3 again. They shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame.
You said shield earlier.
Yeah, shame. And the trust in the shadow of Egypt, your confusion.
So they'll be ashamed of when Egypt, you know, didn't come true for them. They're going to run into the clefts of rocks when destruction comes, starving, famine, martial law, the whole bust of destruction goes like a lined up.
Yeah, you know, and usually when, you know, crises take place throughout the planet Earth, you got the UN that go around patrolling, you know, bringing aid, sending their military, their armies to basically martial law, you know, in certain countries. Now, you know, the islands, you know, like over here, for example, these people out here at ease, man. You know, I've been back and forth. Y'all brothers know that, man.
Yeah,
especially these damn women. They're at ease, but the time is coming where, you know, all hell's gonna break loose because once shit pop off in Babylon over there in America, it's gonna be a domino effect, man. And it's gonna trickle down throughout all these different countries and islands and all that. So what do you think is gonna be happening over here? Now I heard, you know, one of my family members' cousin telling me about, you know, I don't know how true it is. Y'all brothers could back me up, but basically, you know, the Venezuela crisis and all that. You got the Venezuelans and the Guyanese basically going at it.
Yeah, they coming over here. Right now they in Arrow and the Caribou.
Speak up.
Right now they over in Guyana, in the location of Arrow and the Caribou. Right, they coming over and they like terrorizing the people over there, telling them they gotta pay taxes in DC. Right? Yeah, Venezuela over here. This is way back to the prophecy in Syria.
Yep, that's 16th chapter. Yep, one of y'all brothers, well, get it. 16 is about insurrection.
Yeah.
What is it, 15 or 16?
Sorry. This is Second Ezra, chapter 16.
Yep.
Yeah, Second Ezra 15.
Yeah, 15 is like, bro.
Second Ezra chapter 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their action shall stand in their power.
And because number one, why Venezuelans are going in this crisis is because of the political leader. That's number one. Well, it's already prophesied that the downfall would be the kingdom, but one of the things that happens is because Venezuela itself even turning on itself. Venezuela.
Also, the U.S. sending an economic hitman.
Venezuela?
Because Chavez wasn't confiding to their terms and conditions, so they killed him with cancer. And then the other one, William was shot in the head. Maduro, yeah. Then Maduro, started to listen and so forth, and then they just made it cave in because they still got a bunch of oil and stuff like that. Some coal factories shutting down, and all other economic things are collapsing because of, it's trying to show the failure of socialism. Right?
Venezuela is also because of a drought for this oil. Yep. It's been said that Guyana have the second largest oil basin in the world. Right? And they're going to be this country downfall, the land of many waters. So we're saying there's blessings, so on, everybody has peace right now. They're going to be the downfall. Because they're paying 2% tax. ExxonMobil is paying 2% tax. And local miners is paying 7%. Why is it this way? Because Guyana is actually is actually allowing it so they could get some sort of protection. But when Babylon fall, like the brother said, it will be a domino effect.
And even in the fine print of this oil deal with ExxonMobil, is that if Guyana get an oil spill, we got to clean up the mess, which would cost more money to actually start the production and to clean up the mess of an oil spill, because it's like billions of dollars, so which will put them back in debt. And there's a system and it can't of Esau and what righteous decrees,
Going on, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Right, and the ones over there in the Caribou bottom area and Arrow, they are afraid right now for their life. There's the military GDF had to go into and save some of them. Right? Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their good, because of the lack of bread and of great tribulation. Because in Venezuela we got this clique or this gang called the Santiago clan. They behead people right over in the jungle. They shoot people here like a couple videos and sever them. Yeah, we have a couple of videos. We have a brother from Asha from Guyana. They sever his ears, then his head. Right?
Yep. Hey, you know what though? The scriptures say that the Most High is gonna laugh at their calamity, man. Because them niggas is wicked, man. Them dudes are wicked. Scriptures tell you that Psalm 91, that the video. I ain't gonna put it on, but Esau flagged that shit real quick. You know what I'm saying?